So after using the Samsung Galaxy Fold for the last few weeks, I've begun to grow my love for it. A lot of people have actually seen me using this phone and they tried it out themselves as well. So far the review has been quite positive. They think that it's actually a very beautiful and sleek device. But the first thing that they notice is actually the crease on the screen itself. The first thing they'll say that, but I can still see the crease. So, would that affect much? But once I show them that, to view it in a correct angle, they actually see no crease at all when you're viewing it directly at the device. So after a while, you'll just get used to it and you won't actually notice the crease at all. After getting used to how to use the phone, I think that it's actually very essential to me now. It's a device that will grow on you, just put it that way. I mean, it's just like your smartwatches. You don't really need it, but once you start using it, and then you get used to using this type of devices. It's just so cool that when you're on the move, you can just use the front screen. Although it's a bit small, but after getting used to it, it's not a problem actually for us to type on it and to view documents on the fly. Whenever you need to have a bigger screen, all you need to do is just unfold it. Ta-da! It's just so good, yeah. And considering that it's only 274 grams or 76 grams, it's actually very light for a tablet. For me, I actually like to view my K-dramas and my Netflix on the go, so this is definitely a very, very good device for me. And I like that, when I'm watching it while commuting, sometimes I'm going to a place that I'm not very familiar with, I can actually open up the GPS by the side, and so that I wouldn't miss my stop while on the bus. So that's really a plus point for me. And that sometimes when I'm doing my travel stories, I actually had to jot down every single detail of what I spend and all that. And sometimes, even though for the bigger smartphones, it's still very hard for me to actually use the Excel spreadsheet to keep track of such stuff, and then going through and seeing and checking everything. So actually with the bigger screen on here, it's so much easier for me to track and do my Excel spreadsheet. But then there's some things that I don't really like about this smartphone is that I do not understand why the power button and the fingerprint sensor cannot be one button. So I actually have to press the power button and then adjust my fingers to get the fingerprint to actually work. Or is there a way that I can actually reassign this button to do something else? I mean, the Samsung Galaxy S10e, they actually have the power button and the fingerprint sensor made as one. So I do not know what's the use of this actually. And as for the camera wise, it's actually pretty similar to what the Note 10 is giving, except that there are some features that are not there, like the video editor feature. The video editor on the Samsung Galaxy Fold is actually a very stripped down and so-called basic one, compared to the more detailed and the more intricate stuff that you can do on the Note 10. So that's something that you need to know about. But I guess that if you are having a Samsung Galaxy Fold, I don't think you would be using much of the video editing stuff. Although that is cool to be able to do editing on the bigger screen. And I actually love playing my Mobile Legends and PUBG on the Samsung Galaxy Fold because the screen is so much bigger.
First blood. You have slain an enemy. An enemy has been slain.
So when I'm holding the Samsung Galaxy Fold while playing game and watching video, I actually prefer in this orientation, you see, where the camera is actually on the below, because the two speakers are actually on the upper top side here. So if you were to hold on this orientation, being that the speaker is really good, the vibration is actually very, very strong. So when you're holding it, right, it feels a bit awkward, with the two speakers actually vibrating on your thumb, on your palm here, thumb and palm here. So, it's a bit, ticklish. So I don't really like to hold it this way. So I actually like to hold it this way. You see, even though this button is here, right, so far it's not been blocking too much of the screen that I cannot be using certain functions on the gameplay itself. So it's fine for now. I mean, at least for the games that I'm playing. Another concern that I have is actually, I hope that Samsung or somebody could actually come up with a so-called extend screen for this device. Because as much as, you know, you love the big screen, sometimes, you know, you just want to put it on the dining table while watching your drama, and you can do that because, you know, it's a bit too slippery to actually to even put it onto anything, and then it will just start sliding and falling off the table. For the camera itself, I think that the Samsung Galaxy Fold actually has the equivalent of what the Note 10 is actually offering. So there's no complaints about that, because I feel that the pictures taken with all the flagship smartphones these days are actually all very good. It's just a lot of nitpicking if you come to, you know, certain conditions and all that. But overall, I feel that Samsung Galaxy Fold takes amazing pictures as well. So I hope you like this quick review on the Samsung Galaxy Fold. Although this is a very expensive device, but then again, this is a very unique piece of device as well. So, you know, if you find that you actually need this folding mechanism and the screen itself, go ahead. You know, if you have the budget, you should get it. Yeah, because after using for a while, I'm actually loving it, and now, you know, Samsung is getting me to return this. You know, I'm parting ways with this very good device that I'm going to try. I really love it. Anyway, hope you like this quick review, and if you have any questions for us, remember to leave it on the comments section below, and remember to give us a thumbs up and share these videos with your friends as well. See ya!